Okay, for number 9, if we go to the last statement, how many of each type of postcard can be printed? So how many of each type, this is telling us we have multiple unknowns here. So the office needs to print 5,000 postcards, so there's large ones and small ones. So we want to know how many large ones could be printed and how many small ones could be printed if we spend a total of $85. So we have two unknowns here. We'll need two variables, x and y. So it's 2 cents per large postcard, 1 cent per small postcard. So our variables could represent the number of large postcards and the number of small postcards. Number of small. So the first sentence, the office manager of an election campaign office needs to print 5,000 postcards. So this will give us one equation. Quantity of postcards. So we'll have one equation for quantity, and then we'll bring in the value, the dollar value in the next equation. So for quantity of postcards, the total number is 5,000. So the number of large plus the number of small together should equal 5,000. So the number of large, we're using the symbol X. Number of small, we're using the symbol Y. So X plus Y should equal 5,000. Now next, it costs 2 cents to print one large postcard and 1 cent to print one small postcard. If $85 is allotted in total, how many of each type could be printed? So we have a total of $85. Some of that money is being spent on the large ones, some of that money is being spent on the small ones. So the cost of the large postcards plus the cost of the small postcards should equal 85. So how could we express the cost for the large postcards? Well, they're 2 cents a piece. So if they're 2 cents a piece, what would it cost to print 10 of them? Well, that would be 20 cents. So 2 cents times 10, 20. So 2 cents per postcard. So the cost for the large postcards will be 2 cents times the number of large postcards. We can't use 2 here because 85 is measured in dollars. So if we write 2 for 2 cents, that's going to be interpreted as $2. So we need to convert cents to dollars so we're consistent with our units. So our first equation dealt with the quantity of postcards. The second equation will deal with the value. So the cost for the large postcards is 2 cents per postcard. So 2 cents times the number of large postcards plus 1 cent per small postcard. 1 cent times the number of small postcards equals a total of $85. So that's the cost for the large plus the cost for the small equals a total cost of 85. So now we have a system of two equations. It's usually a good idea to eliminate any fractions or decimals. So what we could do here is multiply both sides of this equation by 100. That'll move the decimal point over, give us whole numbers. So our system of equations now, first equation is x plus y is equal to 5,000. Our second equation, 2x plus y is equal to 8,500. So here's our system of equations, and now at this point you have the option of solving by substitution or elimination. I'm going to choose to solve by elimination. Since we have a 1y and a 1y, if we make one of them negative, we'll have our y's being equal and opposite. So we can take the first equation, multiply by -1. So our system of equations will then become negative x minus y is equal to negative 5,000. And our second equation will remain the same. 2x plus y is equal to 8,500. So when solving using elimination, this is what you want. Equal and opposite. So we have a negative y and a positive y. So when we combine the two equations, when we add the two equations together, the y's will cancel. So on the left-hand side, we'll have a negative x plus 2x, so that's just x, is equal to negative 5,000 and 8,500 will give us 3,500. So this is one of our solutions. X is equal to 3,500. So 3,500 large postcards. And we also need the number of small postcards. So if there's a total of 5,000, if there's 3,500 large, that leaves us with the other 1,500 being small. Or we could plug this answer into our first equation, x plus y is equal to 3,500. Well, now we know x is, x plus y is equal to 5,000. We know x is equal to 3,500. So 3,500 plus y is equal to 5,000, and solve for y. So subtract 3,500 from both sides. Oops, it's a little sloppy there. So we have y is equal to 1,500. So 3,500 large and 1,500 small postcards.